Shalom and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be covering the Hebrew letters, also known as the Alef Bet. The Hebrew alphabet consists of 22 letters. A few of them have more than one variations, as you will soon see. So, let's begin. בואו נתחיל. The first letter in the alphabet is Aleph. Aleph sounds like A, like in the word Abba, which means father. The next letter is called Bet, and it sounds like a B, like in the word Bait, Bait, which means house. If you look carefully, you'll see that there is a dot inside the letter Bet. That dot is called dagesh, which literally translates to emphasizer. When you see that dot, it means that it actually is B. But the letter Bet has one more variation, as you'll see next. When you see the letter Bet without that dot or the gesh, it will sound like the letter V, like in the word dvora, dvora, which means bee. The letter is still Bet, but to simplify things and make it easier for you, I have separated the B sound from the V sound. The next letter is Gimel, and it sounds like a G, making a G sound, like in the word glida, glida, which means ice cream. The next letter is Dalet, and it sounds like a D, making a D sound, like in the word dag, dag, which means fish. The next letter is Hey, and it sounds like an H, making a H sound, like in the word Hal, Hal, which means mountain, like Mount Sinai, Hal, Sinai. The next letter is Vav, which sounds like a V, making a V sound, like in the word Vered, Vered, which means rose. The next letter is Zain, making a Z sound, like in the word zebra, zebra, which means a zebra. The next letter is a little bit more challenging. That is the letter chet, chet, making the sound ch, which comes more from the throat, and it might need a little bit more practice. Try to say chalav, 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 which means milk. You can also practice with the name of the German composer Bach, Bach. The next letter is tet, and it sounds like a T, making a T sound, like in the word telephone. Telephone, meaning phone, a telephone, a word you already know. The next letter is yod, and it makes a sound kind of like ya, like in the word yelda, yelda, which means a girl. Our next letter is kaf, and it has three variations. The first one has the gesh, as you can see. When you see the gesh, you know that it's a k sound, like in the word kelev, ke, lev, which means a dog. When the letter kaf doesn't come with the dot or the gesh, it will be a chaf, which sounds more like a chet, like in the word רכב, re, chev, which means a vehicle. The last variation is called chaf, sufit, literally meaning ending chaf, which is chaf that comes at the end of a word. Again, making a ch sound, like in the word melech, me, lech, which means a king. Our next letter is lamed, and it sounds like an L, like in the word lev, lev, which means a heart. Our next letter is called mem, and it sounds like an M, like in the word mishpacha, mish-pa-cha, which means family. When mem comes at the end of the word, it is called mem sufit, meaning an ending mem. And it sounds like mem, but a little bit shorter, like in the word maim, ma-im, which means water. The next letter is called nun, and it sounds like an N, like in the word na'al, na-al, which means a shoe. When the letter nun comes at the end of a word, it is called nun sofit, meaning ending nun. And it sounds just like nun, just a little bit shorter, like in the word anan, a nan, which means cloud. The next letter is samech, and it sounds like the letter S, making an S sound, like in the word sefer, se, fer, which means a book. The next letter is ein. Nowadays, in modern Hebrew, it sounds much more like an sound, but traditionally it was much more from the throat, like ein. For example, the word etz, etz, meaning tree, traditionally would sound like eitz, eitz. Nowadays, you can still find some people who use the traditional pronunciation, but most of them would just say etz. The next letter is pe, and it sounds like a P, making a P sound. As you can see, the letter P has a dagesh in it, meaning that there is another variation. But whenever you see the dot, it means it's a P sound, like in the word perach, perach, meaning flower. When the letter P comes without the dagesh, it makes a softer sound that sounds more like an F, like in the word feya, fe-ya, which means a fairy. When the letter P comes at the end of the word, it is called P sufit, and it also sounds like an F, but a softer F, like in the word af, af, which means a nose. The next letter is tzadi, and it sounds like a combination of T and S, like in the word tzipor, tzi-por, which means a bird. When tzadi comes at the end of the word, it is called tzadi sofit, and it makes a softer sound, like in the word kotz, kotz, which means a thorn. The next letter is kuf, and it sounds like a K, like in the word cafe, ka-fe, which means coffee. The next letter is reish. Reish sounds like an R, but more like a rolling R, like in the word riba, ri, ba, which means jam. The next letter is shin. Shin has two variations. When you see the dot on the right side of the shin, it means that it makes the sound sh, like in the word shemesh, shemesh, which means sun. When shin comes with the dot on the left side, it would make sound like the letter S, like in the word sade, sa, de, which means a field. The last letter in the Alef Bet is called tav, and it sounds like a T, making a T sound, like in the word tapuach, ta, puach, which means an apple. If you remember, I said that the Alef Bet consists of only 22 letters. I know it feels much more, but that's just because of all the variations. Now, let's do a recap of all the letters. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zain, Chet, Tet, Yod, Chaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samech, Ain, Pei, Tzadik, Kuf, Reish, Shin, Tav. Now you also know all 22 letters of the Alef Bet. Let me know in the comments which letter you found most challenging. I'd love to hear from you. תודה שצפיתם. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe so you will be the first to know when I release more videos. שלום ולהתראות.